The number one reason why you don't have confidence with women is because you haven't talked to a lot of women and you haven't dated a lot of women. You're not going to the gym just so you can flex in the mirror. You want women to find you more attractive. You don't go to the barbershop just so that you can look in the mirror and take selfies all day. You want women to find you attractive. You want to look good for the chicks. You have to be hitting the gym. You have to have a skincare routine. You have to be getting consistent haircuts, right? All those things must be on point. Everything about your looks must be on point. All right, what's good with y'all boys, man? Back at y'all with another video. Now in this video, we're gonna break down something very important. We're gonna talk about how to actually build confidence to attract women. Because you can have the looks, you can even have the physique, you can have the finances, you can have the status. But if you do not simply have the confidence, then your attraction will never be at its full potential. It'll never be at its peak, right? Growing up, I never struggled with attracting women. But the one thing that I did struggle with was actually my confidence. And that's what hindered my attraction. So yeah, I was able to get choosing signals. I was able to get into relationships. I was able to date some of the women that I found attractive, right? But did every situation go the way that I wanted to? Did I miss out on a lot of opportunities with other women that I was attracted to in the future? Yes. And it was all due to my lack of confidence. And a lack of confidence just simply stems from you don't believe in yourself. You're insecure, you're overthinking. These are all signs and characteristics of somebody who does not believe in himself. And a man who does not believe in himself will never have the confidence to go after anything that he wants in life. It's much bigger than just women. Because if you're not confident in yourself, this trickles down into your finances, this trickles down into just to your belief, right? This trickles down into just everything, every opportunity that you want to accomplish in your life. It spirals out of control because of your lack of confidence. But how do we really just build up this confidence to the point where we don't have to fake it, to the point where we don't have to be around other people to try to manufacture confidence, that we can borrow confidence from other people, right? How do we build up that internal confidence to where regardless of who you are, where you at, what you have accomplished in life or what you have yet to accomplish, you still feel good about yourself? So when it comes down to the women, how do you build up this confidence to attract those women that you actually want? Right? How do you go from somebody who just can't stop beating off every single day to somebody who can actually go and have real interactions and real conversations with women? How do you go from this nice guy who's just putting women on a pedestal, chasing them all day, to an actually attractive man with an abundance mindset who can have the proper dating life that you want? How can you build the proper relationship that you want with the high quality, attractive woman? And simply put, confidence comes through repetition. Confidence comes through experience, right? The number one reason why you don't have confidence with women is because you haven't talked to a lot of women and you haven't dated a lot of women. That's the only reason why you don't have the confidence, because you can look in the mirror and just tell yourself, yeah, I'm a pretty attractive guy, right? Like I've been able to deal with certain women that I found attractive. But is this where it stops? Think about all the times that you've came up short. Think about all the opportunities where you didn't shoot your shot because you didn't believe in yourself, where you didn't escalate the situation to the next level because you were not believing in yourself, because you didn't have the confidence. So when I say repetition and experience, it's with your personal development, but it's also with your dating life. But the personal development comes first. I will always preach this. The number one way to boost your confidence is to literally get into the best shape of your life. You have to be hitting the gym 4 to 5 times a week. It's a non-negotiable. It's not up for debate. You don't do it when you feel like it. You don't do it just for the sake of doing it. No, you have to go to the gym to become the most confident version of yourself. It's a night and day difference with how you look into the mirror and feel about yourself when you are in shape versus when you are super skinny. It's a night and day difference. I feel much better, much more confident about myself. I walk around with a much different aura and energy now that I have put on a little bit of muscle, as opposed to when I was still super skinny, when I was 157 pounds. It's a night and day difference. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be the strongest and biggest dude in the room. But just having that lean aesthetic physique is going to make your confidence go through the roof. And this is important when it comes down to confidence with women, because this is what they're going to see first. This is where all your choosing signals are going to come from. You being in shape. You having that aesthetic body that women flock to. Right? Because believe it or not, she doesn't want the dude who's the biggest and the strongest, right? She wants you to be lean, right? You still need to look like you're athletic. You still need to look like you can move around, right? You have to focus on the muscle groups that actually pop out the most, things that she's gonna notice the most. Big shoulders, big arms, right? Abs, six-pack, big chest. These are the things that women are gonna notice that make them flock to you the most, that make them look at you like, man, who is that? And so if you are actually working on your physique, if you're actually getting into the gym, if you have a clean diet, you are gonna start getting these type of looks from women. But it doesn't stop there. That's just the thing about it, because the choosing signals is only gonna get you in the door, bro. Like a woman looking at you, a woman giving you the eye, whatever the case may be, continuously lingering in your area, sparking up conversations with you. All those things are just entry-level things to actually expanding your experience with your dating life. If you want the true success, you have to understand every aspect of it. Choosing signals is gonna get you in the door, right? So, okay, if a woman is looking at you, you find her attractive, she obviously finds you attractive, what are you gonna do next? You have to have the confidence also to make the approach. So the first thing that you wanna do is be able to get your foot in the door. And that's why the fitness is so important, because everything spirals from how you look, because that's what she's gonna see first. You have to be hitting the gym. You have to have a skincare routine. You have to be getting consistent haircuts, right? All those things must be on point. Everything about your looks must be on point, right? Because for one, it's gonna make you feel good. You get a confidence boost as soon as you step out the chair when you get a haircut. When you look into the mirror and you're pleased with your physique and you see the improvements, you have a confidence boost. So those things are non-negotiables, right? But just think about when you're going throughout your day-to-day life, that's what women are going to see first. But the next thing is about you actually having conversations with women, right? This is another thing that is just holding you back the most. You are afraid to talk to women because you're putting them on pedestals and you're overcomplicating what to say. I'm gonna tell you this right now, and it's so important that you need to break this limiting belief. She is not looking for you to say the perfect thing. She's just not. She's not saying like, okay, if he doesn't say this specific pickup line, he's not gonna get my number or he's not gonna get my Instagram. She is not thinking that. Does he have the confidence to come up to me and say something? That is so much more important than what you're actually gonna say to her, right? Now, granted, you can say the wrong thing, of course, I'm not saying that, but just you having the confidence to go up and spark a conversation with a girl is automatically gonna set you apart from other dudes because they don't have the confidence to do that. You have to put yourself in that position, like, okay, what are these other dudes doing that is keeping them stuck, right? That's making them unattractive, that's making them average, that's keeping them overlooked from attractive women. What are they doing or what are they not doing? And you want to always make sure that you are doing the things that the most attractive versions of yourself would do, the most confident version of yourself would do. Those are the things that you should be focused on. The most confident and attractive version of yourself would start these conversations, and it wouldn't be that difficult to do. It would be a natural thing. But the only way to increase your conversation skills is to have conversations with women, right? There's two levels to conversations. You got casual conversations, and then you got conversations where you are actually shooting your shot. Both of them are simple. The first scenario is with casual conversations. Anywhere that you're going in your day-to-day life, if there's a woman in the vicinity, you don't have to go out your way to talk to her, but make it normal, right? If it's casual, if you see her, you speak to her, whatever the case may be. How is your day going? It's very, very simple things, right? When you're going to the store, you're going to the gas station, you see somebody in the gym, everywhere that you go throughout your day-to-day life, make sure that you're just speaking to the women that's in your area, because that's going to help you remove the limiting beliefs of, should I say something to her, or being all weird with it. Just say something to her. You're not shooting your shot, so it shouldn't be difficult to just speak. But when it comes down to actually shooting your shot, it's basically the same thing, bro. Because if you already have the confidence to make the approach and say something to her, then of course you're gonna figure out how to basically just shoot your shot. Because the hardest part is honestly just making the approach. That's the hardest part. Like if you have the balls to just go up to her, then you better say the right thing. Because there is no perfect thing to say, right? She's not looking for that. Since you have the confidence to go up to her, all you literally got to do, I'm telling you, is introduce yourself. Tell the girl the reason that you walked up to her in the first place. Either get her number or get her Instagram. It's as simple as that. You don't have to think about these extravagant pickup lines. You don't. But I'm telling you, what makes this so much easier is going back to the first point. It's literally having your looks on point. Because you're not really going to be struggling with confidence. I'm telling you, if you are in shape, you're not really going to be struggling with confidence. You're just not. Like if you are in decent shape, you're really not going to be struggling with confidence. If you always have a haircut, if your hair is always cut, you're not really gonna be struggling with confidence. Your skin is always on point. You always smelling good. You're always gonna feel good about yourself. So if all those things are checked off, all those boxes are checked off before you leave the crib, you're always gonna feel good about yourself. So making the approach, talking to women, it's gonna be that much more easier because you already ready. You ain't gotta get ready, right? You ain't gotta rely on, okay, well, I ain't got my hair cut, so I ain't gonna do this. I ain't put no cologne on before I left the crib, or I didn't do my skincare routine this morning, so I'm not gonna approach no women today. You don't have to worry about none of that because those boxes are checked off every single day. Because the confidence, it all comes down to basically how you view yourself. What do you believe about yourself? Right? When you look into the mirror and you see yourself, you should believe that you're him. You should believe that you are the most attractive version of yourself. You should feel like women are gonna flock to you, that women want to have conversations with you, that women want to go on dates with you, that women want to spend time with you, women want to linger in your area, women want to approach you based upon how you carry yourself. It's all about that masculine aura, bro. When I think back to when I was super skinny, I didn't have any real confidence. I was a little bit insecure, right? I didn't have any experience. When I think back to those days, my energy and my aura, it wasn't masculine. It wasn't dominant, right? It wasn't confident. It wasn't abundant. It was scarcity. It was insecure. So that showed up in my life to the point where I wasn't making the approach. I didn't feel as confident as I would if I was in shape. So when I looked into the mirror, I was like, this is, the bare minimum. I still have work to do, right? Yeah, I was getting consistent haircuts, but that wasn't really enough for me. So this is why I always tell you that you don't want to just solely go monk mode just so that you completely work on yourself, but you're not actually still improving your dating life. Like they should go hand in hand, right? Your dating life should go hand in hand with you actually self-improving and being on your grind, right? Because if you're going to the gym, working on your physique, you're, getting to the bag, you're working on your mindset, all these different things, dating factors into that as well. Because there is a time and a place where you cut the women off so you can really level up and focus in on your life. But once you have a specific routine that you're following that's getting you results, bro, trust me, you can start talking to women. You can start dating women. Now, granted, it should not take over your purpose, but you can find the time to do that if you are still being consistent and disciplined and still getting the work done. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to the gym just for yourself. You're not going to the gym just so you can flex in the mirror. You want women to find you more attractive, right? You don't go to the barbershop just so that you can look in the mirror and take selfies all day. You want women to find you attractive. You want to look good for the chicks. Right? You don't do your skincare routine just so you can look at yourself in the mirror all day. You don't do these things just to look at yourself, bro. So you want the women to notice you. You want to feel more attractive to women. So when you do get these choosing signals because you are taking care of yourself, you have to know how to handle these situations. Because a lot of women, they're not necessarily going to approach you. Some will approach you, bro, but it's very, very little chances that that's going to happen. So you have to be the man who can pick up on these choosing signals. Okay, she keep looking at me. She keep lingering in my area. She's always trying to make small talk with me. Any of those little things, any of those subtle signs, she keep looking at me at the corner of her eye. She keep looking at me. Every time I catch her looking at me, she'll smile and look away real fast, right? She keep watching my story. She's always one of the first few people to watch my story. She always liking my picture. She comment hard eyes. She hearting my story, comment fire emojis and stuff. All those little subtle cues, you got to pick up on that. Because the thing about it is, you don't shoot your shot because you're scared to miss, but you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So once you stop caring about, oh, am I gonna say the right thing? Or what if she don't like me? Or what if I miss my shot? Once you stop caring about all that, just shooting your shot becomes more fun. So you making it so challenging, you putting so many standards and variables to it, it's not fun no more. Because you think that you think you're supposed to make every shot that you take. No. Now, see, granted, there's two sides of this coin though. There's dudes who don't care. They got the ultra confidence, ultra charisma. They cold approach women and they shoot their shot at women that's choosing on them. Or there's men who's more reserved, more nonchalant, right? More to yourself. So you more so shoot your shot at women who are already giving you the choosing signals. Me personally, I'm more of the second guy, right? Like before I was in a relationship, I'm only kind of focused on the women who giving me choosing signals. Like I'm not really going out my way to just randomly approach a chick because I didn't really just care to do it. I like who like me. I feed off that type of energy. You probably a similar dude like that. But at the end of the day, you still got to have the confidence to do it because women are going to choose. Trust me when I tell you that. She's going to choose, but you have to just not take these things lightly, right? Her always coming up to you and talking to you is not just for the sake of doing it. That's a choosing signal. You always catch her looking at you, that's a choosing signal. She's always trying to be mean to you, that's a choosing signal. She's always liking your pictures, that's a choosing signal. So if you can fully just master, like, okay, if I'm on my grind every single day, if I'm taking care of myself in every single way possible, women are going to notice me. It's undeniable about that. That's a fact that they gonna notice me. So when they do notice me, when they do choose on me, right, when I am going out in public, what type of interactions do I want to have with women that I find attractive? What do I need to do to make sure that I can have these interactions that I want to have? Ask yourself these questions. Okay, so I'm going to the gym. I have my skincare routine, morning and night. I'm going to the barbershop twice a month. So my physical appearance is always on point, right? I don't have a problem talking to women and starting conversations with women. I pick up on the choosing signal so I understand, okay, she's feeling me, so let me make the approach. Let me shoot my shot. I don't care about rejection, right? Because I understand that rejection builds confidence. If she reject me, that's her loss. So I don't care to get rejected. You having a lot of reps under your belt. You having a lot of experience under your belt, right? You don't waste time just texting her all day, every day. See, that gets into a completely different topic, right? If you make the approach, shoot your shot, get the Instagram, get the number, you should only be texting her just so y'all can link up, just so y'all can go on some type of date. I'm not telling you to spend $300 on the first date. I'm just saying so that y'all can see each other in person and y'all can get into all the nitty-gritty of getting to know each other. Y'all shouldn't be texting all day. What's your favorite color? Playing 21 questions? No, bro. Save all that for the first date. When you go on a date with a girl, don't go to the movies. Do something interactive. Y'all going playing mini golf. Y'all going to the arcade, right? Y'all going to get tacos or something like that, right? Y'all going to get ice cream. Y'all going to the gym, something that you ain't even got to spend money on. Y'all can get a workout in together. Y'all can go running together. Y'all can go bowling. A lot of these different type of interactive fun things, right? So the touch barrier can be broken, the ice can be broken, all these different things, so it makes it natural. You want to be able to escalate things to the date because you want to be able to show the experience. Because I'm telling you, once you get caught in that cycle of, I'm going to just text her, I'm going to just be her text buddy, you're going to get cooked. She going to ghost you out of nowhere because that's not what she want to do, right? You should not get a girl number so you can text her all day and blow her phone up. That's not game. You got to be the dude that she want to see the most. So make it easy for her to see you. These are things that you could already be doing, right? You already going to the gym, right? You already finna go see that movie if it's like a third or fourth date, right? You already finna go to this restaurant. You already finna go do X, Y, and Z so that you can already invite her. You get what I'm saying? So like add her into your life. Things that you like to do now, the girl that you dealing with or that you dating, she's just a tag along. Just make it simple, right? She has to integrate into your life. So however you run your lifestyle, however you run your program, bro, this is what she wants to be a part of. Like this goes into a different tangent with the Instagram because you want to be showcasing highlights of your lifestyle, but that's what she wants to come into, right? You don't want to just have the looks, no conversation skills, your life is boring. You want to have every single box checked off because when you know that you just him, you know that you look good, bro. You know that you can talk to women. You know that you got game, you got charisma, and you know that you live a fun and exciting lifestyle. You're not going to struggle with confidence. You're not going to struggle at all because you understand that you're taking care of every area of your life. And she just comes into your life and you just enjoying your turn, right? If you're somebody that's in a relationship, you had to be on your grind to attract her in the first place. You had to have conversation skills to go on a date with her in the first place, right? You had to have a certain lifestyle that she found fun or enjoyable that she wanted to be a part of in the first place. And if you wanted to maintain the attraction, that you have to remain this dude. It's as simple as that. Stop overcomplicating the things and just actually go out there and have fun. Actually go out there and get the experience. She just wants to be a part of your life. She looks at you and just finds you irresistible. It's like, please, I want him to talk to me. I want to just spend time with him. I feel like we'd look good together. Whatever she thinking in her head, bro. You just got to be the dude that she thinking about. So if you working on yourself, right, every single day, day in and day out, you out here shooting your shot, right? You out here picking up on choosing signals. You out here getting your experience points up. At the end of the day, confidence is just going to naturally become who you are. Because first it starts with the confidence, the self-confidence. Then it comes down to you getting the experience. So you build up the charisma. Like, okay, I got game now. Like I know what I'm doing now. I know how to talk to women now. I'm not freezing up in certain conversations. I'm not getting nervous when I'm talking to her. I'm not getting nervous on dates no more. So I understand that this is a part of me now. Once you get to that point, it's just rinse and repeat, right? But once you just have to take the stress out of all these situations in order to get there. You gonna miss shots. You gonna get rejected, right? Girls is gonna ghost you. They're gonna be playing games. But none of that matters because at the end of the day, if you understand that you are him and you have the abundance mindset, one leaves, another one will come. You want to be the dude who's like, nothing about you reminds her of anybody else. It's a completely new vibe, right? When she comes into your life, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience and she does not want to leave it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.